You're at the airport. A voice over the PA system announces boarding has commenced. Then the scramble to be front of the queue at your gate, so you have first dibs on overhead baggage space. It's not uncommon for travellers, but something Qantas wants to stop by overhauling its boarding process. Travel expert James Wilkinson is with us tonight. James, so explain to us, what are the changes that Qantas has announced?
Exciting changes, Angie. You've got Qantas now putting a new boarding system in. So you've been in the US and travelled all over. A new system where it's like groups 1 to 5. So basically, you'll know when you're ready to be boarding the plane. So I think it'll make it a lot less chaotic. Here in Australia, we kind of go on board, everyone rushes around the gate at the same time. And I think this will be a bit more casual. Maybe people will sit down and watch it. But what we do know is it's launching in Brisbane in October. They're going to have 3 boarding lanes and not 2. So 2 for economy, 1 for premium. You'll all have a number on your boarding pass like the US. And then they'll call it probably in terms of the most premium passengers will be like group 1, group 2, down to the cheapest ticket to group 5. So we'll have to wait and see what Qantas does with it. But it's an exciting time to do that in travel in Australia. I think we're overdue this kind of system. And it makes things a bit more fairer. Like those who are paying more for their flights can get on first and can get the overhead bin space, but Qantas also introducing a new baggage tracking policy, which this has been so overdue, as you know.
This is going to be music to people's ears after all the chaos that has happened with people losing their luggage. So explain this to us. So
what they're going to do is there's a brand new Qantas app coming out later this year, and inside that app it'll actually have the tracking technology. So how it works basically is when you go and check your bag in at check-in, they scan it. So it says bag checked in. Then the next step is a baggage handler has to scan it when it gets onto the plane. Another one scans it when it comes off the plane. So the great peace of mind is you're on a flight going, say, Melbourne to Brisbane, and you know your bag is on that plane. It's such a more nicer journey to do it. So Qantas's partner American were one of the first ones to do this. So it's actually exciting to see Qantas actually adapting this technology.
Let's talk about some other announcements. Virgin teaming up with a major travel company to offer more velocity points.
Yeah, Luxury Escapes and Virgin getting together. We saw Qantas and TripleDeal did a deal quite recently, but what this means is you can now earn points on a whole vacation on Luxury Escapes, and similarly you can actually use the points. So you can use your Virgin points to get a free vacation of a week or two. We know Luxury Escapes are known for their 5-6 night getaways. So this is going to make it a lot easier, I think, to be able to earn the points and use them.
And Rex introducing a new route.
Adelaide, Sydney. Look, we had a conference in Adelaide a couple of months ago. The prices between Sydney and Adelaide were very, very high. So I think what Rex will do, it'll bring the competition in. They're talking sub 100. So we'll see a bit of movement there. I think Adelaide is an amazing city. We know it's got a whole lot of brand new hotels, a lot of brand new restaurants in the city and brand new bars and attractions. So I think now put Rexing into Adelaide, I think it's a great opportunity.
Yeah, and more competition brings the prices down for all of the airlines. Let's talk about international flights. They have been sky high, but we've got some new budget Asian airlines. How has that affected the market?
What we're seeing at the moment, Angie, we're seeing a few more carriers coming in. So in recent weeks, there's airlines like Bamboo Airways out of Vietnam, Vietjet Air, which is a low-cost carrier out of Vietnam. So they've come in. Starlux out of Taiwan are coming in soon. We've also seen the return of more Chinese carriers with more capacity. We know Cathay Pacific's loading up more capacity at the moment as well. So what that's doing is bringing a bit more pricing down. So generally, if you want to go to Paris, the secret was you'd go on Vietnam Airlines and you go through Ho Chi Minh. You're talking full-service carrier. Sometimes the layovers, though, on some of these carriers can be up to 20 hours, but it's cheaper. It's a lot cheaper, but there are ways to do it. So you can go to Vietnam, have a holiday for
it's a great
2 or 3
idea.
days,
Never thought
and
of
then
it.
head on to Paris afterwards.
Finally, Air New Zealand raising a few eyebrows. With a request. Tell us about this.
Asking passengers to weigh themselves before getting on the plane. Those who've been on helicopters know you've got to do it. This time what they're trying to do is get the average weight, I think, of the aircraft. So they've done it on domestic flights before. It's voluntary. You don't have to do it. What they're trying to do is, rather than guesstimate what the weights of passengers are, they want to be able to try and have a few flights where they know pretty much 2/3 of the flight of what the weights are. They can then average that out over the year, I would say. So it's just more of a research thing. I'm flying them on Friday, so I'm going to have to give it a go and give it and see how we go with it. But look, anything that makes flying safer or more efficient, I applaud it. I think it's a great idea. And Air New Zealand always finds a quirky way to get around it and have fun with it. So I'm sure it'll be a fun experience.
I think the flight over, not so bad, but after a holiday and all that eating and drinking the way back, you might be like not loving it.
Exactly.
James, thanks so much for your expertise tonight.